And a very good morning to you, Michaela Reviews. How are you doing, honey? Nice to see you. Friday the 28th of June 2019, baby, and the heat is on. Good morning, everybody. For a couple minutes. The heat is on. Woo! You don't have to worry about setting an alarm clock when you got the heat here. Top of the morning, Jimmy Trapp, nice to see you. Got the AC running here this morning, parked in the shade. New York heat. Woo, there he is. Michaela's giving a big woo. Nice to see you. Let's see who's around on a Friday morning here. Morning, everybody. Thumbs up are appreciated if you're coming in. Take a minute to give a thumbs up. Don't forget, Rosie O'Kelly, sponsored by Tim Hortons. Start your day the Canadian way. I'm doing good. A little hot this morning here. Local time is 10:06 a.m. Got up about 8:30. Man, there's nothing like Timmy's in the morning, huh? Tim Hortons. I'm going to miss Timmy. I don't think they have Timmy down in Maryland. Heading into the heat today, guys. That's the bottom line. It's going to be very interesting the next couple days. I've been boondocking for quite a while here now. And now we're really going down into the heat and the humidity zone down there in good old Baltimore town. Quiet morning this morning. Let's see. Marshall's around, but I'm leaving today. He's going his ways. He will not be continuing down to Baltimore. I will probably see him again in Chicago on my way west. So we shall see. Coming up on, this is the 19th day of the road trip, 3,564 miles so far. Man, what a sweaty morning here. Woo. Just let myself cool off a little bit with that AC. Oh. I'm used to that coming out of the west. I hope everybody's having a good Friday morning. Let the room populate a little more. Yes, it's shoving off today. Bye-bye, Buffalo. Bella Rose, thank you, honey. Thank you for your amazing hospitality here in the greater Buffalo area. I'm supposed to get in hundreds here the next few days. Ugh. Oh, man. The heat will be on in Omaha, huh? My good friend Michaela from Omaha. It was great meeting you and Brad Rose. That was great. Meeting you two guys. Definitely the highlight of New York. It is now coming up to the time of the trip where I have personal family business to attend to. Let's say Marshall will be, I'm not sure whether he's going to stick around Buffalo or whether he's going to be rolling on back toward Chicago. I really don't know what his plans are. I think he does everything on the fly, and I just have no concept what his thinking is. I mean, I have the objectives I want to achieve, so it's going to be rather light for the next few days. And welcome, everybody. Welcome aboard. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please take a minute to do so. Very excited to get down to Baltimore. I don't know what the boondocking is going to be like down there, but I've been very blessed with great weather once I cleared, got out of Michigan. I enjoy visiting your father. Wish him a happy birthday. Yeah, he's in September, and you both have an awesome visit. Have safe travels. I hope also that you guys have taken some time. I still have quite a few more videos to put up. I have nothing more in Niagara Falls. I think 3 videos. Yeah, I believe 3 video, 1 live stream and 2 videos pretty much covered off everything I wanted to do in Niagara Falls. I was finally last night to put together, finally had a chance to put together the cell phone cinematic video on the whole falls experience. Good morning, R. Huff. How are you? Thank you very much. I'm so glad that you enjoyed the videos. I think people have really enjoyed them a lot. I have enough recorded content to be able to put up, and then I have some other videos about boondocking. Probably do something about the van as I roll into getting ready on Sunday to start the 4th week of this journey. Missing is you singing Viva Las Vegas, baby. McFly, how you doing? Bright light shine. Boy, it seems like a million miles away right now over in Las Vegas. Seems like a million miles away from me. So what's going on with you guys? Just enjoying my Timmies. Probably won't see Timmies again. I don't think they're down in Maryland down there. Start your day the Timmy's way. So I'm not sure, like I said, I don't know, probably he'll be popping over here in a couple minutes just to say sayonara to everybody. And I don't know when I'll be, probably somewhere around Chicago. Like I say, it's going to be hot as hell everywhere, I think, coming up over the next few days. As long as it's not raining, I can pretty much do the heat without a lot of problem. It's important. I think it's a much smoother and milder version of Starbucks. As I've said before, when you drink Starbucks coffee, I think it has a high acidic content, the beans that they use, and it has a certain sharpness which doesn't really agree with me. The temperature right now is 83 degrees. It's going to go up hot today, and as I travel south towards the Mason-Dixon line, the temp's really going to be climbing. It's going to be maximum humidity. Baltimore is on Chesapeake Bay. Cornholio Bungho. How are you this morning, my friend? Thank you. As I get closer to Baltimore, of course, it's on Chesapeake Bay, which is like a big bathtub there. So the humidity is always sky high this time of year. Good morning, Nick Man. How are you? Thank you very much. Cornholio says awesome work. I hope you enjoy. That final video on Niagara Falls. I'm very happy to leave with those 2 videos. The one with the I enjoyed the live stream too. Being able to get my data back has really been a blessing. And having those 2, the one on the boat, which I feel like is the really ultimate Niagara Falls experience. I know you did, Cornholio. I super appreciate that. You've been a wonderful supporter and enjoyer of the channel, and I'm really, really happy every time I see you in here, and I'm very grateful for your viewership for sure. You're a funny guy, and yeah. So I left the 2. I got the boat ride out on the horn blower, and I've got the the cinematic Niagara Falls, and I'm very happy to have those 2. They will create a lifetime of memories. 98 in Maryland tomorrow. Woo! There you go. God knows what the humidity will be. Absolutely amazed by that rainbow that stayed over the boat forever. It was gorgeous. Yeah, it's the place. If you have sunny skies, it's just continuous rainbows down there. I'm gonna leave here in the afternoon. Good to see you, Douglas Fairchild. How you doing? How's your mom doing? Nice to see you. Cookie Man himself, Douglas Fairchild. Nice to see you. I just don't see as many Starbucks around. Hello, Dreamweaver. Here's Marshall. Morning, Elvis.
Yeah, good morning.
What's up? The heat is on, man. It's going to be 100 in Omaha.
Really?
Yep.
It's not good. You're not really in complete shade. There's more shade.
Well, the sun is moving, so it is what it is. It's hard,
in the back.
It's hard to find. It's hard to find continuous shade there.
How long have you been on?
I think about 10 minutes or so.
Oh, okay.
Just getting warmed up. You got
You
got your Timmy's. Yeah, it was humid, man. 8:30. I had to bail, man.
What time is it now?
It is 10:15 right now.
It's hot.
Vanessa, how you doing? What's going on? Did you feel like the heat was on this morning?
Yeah, it's definitely humid, very uncomfortable, but I think that's going to be cooling off.
What's the weather look like?
I'm going to try to look at the forecast here to see.
Because I don't know whether Elvis is going to be sticking around the greater Buffalo area. He's been very intrigued by the food scene down here.
I had something last night which was really bad over here by
Was you at an Anchor Bar?
No, I went to this place that sells a chicken finger sandwich and boneless chicken pieces, and it was pretty disgusting. It wasn't a high-ranked place. So today it says 86. Tomorrow 79 and raining. Sunday 73, 77. But the humidity level is
sky high.
Sky high.
How about Chicago? What's your forecast look like for Chicago? It's
Maybe
supposed to be 98 in Maryland.
Really?
So that'll be crispy.
Let's see. I wonder what it is in Chicago.
Guys.
89 today, 73. Yeah, it's hot today in Chicago, 89, but then it goes back into the 70s, so
okay.
it's...
Well, there you go.
I wonder what it's like in Detroit, Michigan. Weather up there is better.
How you doing, Cassandra's Life? Nice to see you. I'm doing well. Drag your hang, but Elvis is joining us by doing what he's doing with the no sidebar, no super chats. Yeah, like I say, it's the thing with me, Cornholio, is at the beginning of this year, I just, whatever people do on their own particular channels, then, I'm not going to get involved with that. I can advise, but I cannot, McFly, I cannot make people there's critiques of everybody's channel. I just like to be, keep bringing the content that I'm bringing. I've got the whole experience from Lockport. Yesterday I have some other videos too, so I'll be doing my impressions of being around the New York area. Definitely different than being in the Toronto area for sure.
So you said Baltimore tax was 6%?
I think it's like 6.5%, something like that. Baltimore, Maryland sales tax. California's like 10%, so I might be getting some new tires. So what was the place called last night that you how the hell did you find it?
I don't want to say it because I don't want to know where we're at.
Okay. What is a? Yeah, I have fun. Gil McLean, how you doing? Gil McLovin in the chat. I think we all live or die by our content on the channel. I was just very happy to, if I come to a place like Niagara Falls, I want to make sure I knock out a couple videos, because when I'm not able to travel anymore, it's always fun to look back and look at the trips that you went on and to get those cinematic experiences of being there. You can't replace those things. I will say I also, late last night, I reapplied for monetization on the channel, so we'll see what happens in that regard.
How long will it take to get word on that?
It take up to 30 days.
30 days?
So, yeah.
How do you know what the time frame is?
They tell you usually within 30 days we'll get back to you. But I've been
whether they deny you or...
Yeah.
And if they deny you, what do you do then?
Well, they tell you reapply in another 30 days. Let's see. Love and accept. Is that my? Yeah. Okay. All the crazy. Huh? Oh, that's Hazel. I think that's who. Hazel, my girl. Loves and accepts everyone. Walks over, Rosa and a friend. Yeah, I don't see a lot of times. There'll be some cemetery visits coming up. This is a far-ranging trip, and then there'll be focus trips coming up too.
So if they don't give you the monetization back on O'Kelly, what are you going to use O'Kelly channel for then? Are you still going to keep on
content?
The same thing? Just
yeah.
Okay.
To me, I enjoy just putting up content. It's always been my flagship channel, whether it's monetized or not.
So what are you going to do with the other two channels?
The other one will always be how-to and food reviews and things like that. So it's always kind of been the how-to channel. Yeah, Albuquerque, New Mexico. I think that's going to be on the winter run after Christmas time to come through on the way to Florida. Head down there. I want to pry the secret out of Marshall. I had a boondock 10 days in Key West down there in a van. That should be interesting. See if we can pry that knowledge out of. Howie Roll got the boot after 4 days or something down there. So, but Marshall's not telling.
Well, my thing is like I had like 240 people watching last night, and so I think it kind of worked what I did when I put it on 300 seconds for every comment, because people have to make sure what they say is important, and that way you can finally try to connect with your followers. Because when you have just a flood of trolls just flooding, spamming the chat box, you can't really even get to talk to your fans. I think that like the way that you run your show when you're doing your chooches, you intermittently coming back and forth to the chat. But when I
don't see every comment, but I do try to acknowledge people. Morning Trigger Champ. I do try to acknowledge it, but there are different styles of run and hang out. Some people don't, Dory was running without a side chat for a while, so there's all types of ways that people do the chats. Good morning, Kim C. Nice to see you, honey. Nice to see Trigger Chimp here today. There's just different ways to do it in hangouts. I try to engage. I try to keep the content to the positive so that I don't have a lot in the way of trolling stuff. Any IHOPs around for breakfast? I've not seen any IHOP at all. Good morning, Huckleberry Pie.
I think I've seen one.
I like to interact, having now met Michaela in Omaha. And there's a lot of cities, next time I swing through, I want to really take time and do this.
I think you should make sure that, I think there's a lot of people that want to meet you, but I don't think that is your email in that description link?
I think it is.
It is? Okay.
If not, people can come on the chat and say, hi, I'm going to be in, you're passing through New York and Pennsylvania on the way down to Baltimore. Ella Bella, good morning to you. Good morning, Ginger. How are you, sweetie? Wawa. Oh, yeah, I will have Wawa and Royal Farm stores down. I don't know if they still have Royal Farm stores down in it. Royal Farm stores were the big thing. Wawa's like Pennsylvania and all down through there. Bye, Nicole. Walks in.
I'm gonna check and see if it's down there, because I think when more people will meet you, I don't think it's down there. I'm just curious to see.
Page?
Well, I just want to see if it's first in your description link.
No, it's not in my link on videos.
It's not on your link on videos.
I think it's on my about page.
I'm just curious to see what you have. Okay, you got. Oh, you actually have it in your description link. It says email us right there.
Oh, okay. So it is in the description box.
Link.
Cool. I've put that on months ago. So I didn't really...
So people can just... That's the best way to reach you, is because you don't have Facebook. To email you is to likenew@gmail.com
Yeah.
if you want to meet her, and she's
That's right.
on the road. So.
Is that Rosy Butt Cheeks? There we go. Woo! Good morning, Vanessa. How you doing, my girl? Angel, thank you. Brought to you live. Is hey Patricia? Yep, I am live. There it is. Thank you, Ginger.
It's actually not on your about page. You only have your Instagram.
Well, I guess YouTube
and
removed
adventure
those
blog.
things.
You only have it on your description.
Video has it automatically in the description. YouTube pulled all those things from the. They didn't want people messaging on.
But you can put your email also on your little banner, right? Up there?
Yeah, if you want to on my banner.
That's what
yeah, exactly. So I'm not sure. Marshall's plans are always floating. I think he's a little more weather dependent than I am. So if it's going to be heat, it's not too much fun if it's sitting
Have
around.
you ever slept in this van idling? No, not with the AC on?
No. I don't know. I've never done that. I'd kind of be afraid to. I don't know. I think your pal in New Hampshire did that. Sleep with the heater on and things like that. Yeah, your girl, LJ, what am I going to do without Timmy's? My God, I'm going to have Timmy's withdrawal.
Actually, I think it tastes better with 1 cream and 2 sugars. I'll tell you why. You taste more of the coffee because it's a very light roast.
Yeah.
And putting 2 creams in there actually just masks the really good coffee flavor.
I just think, I just feel like, I like it. Like it like I like it. Carbon dioxide can get you sleeping with the fan running. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been seeing a lot of beautiful sites. Oh yeah, Bella Rose says her hubby just bought a Timmy's. How about that? Huh?
What states has Tim Hortons? Do you know?
All the states. Sure as hell know. New York and Michigan.
Michigan has.
I think Ohio. Anybody else know any other states? I didn't see any in Utah or anywhere out there.
The cookies are really good at Tim Hortons. I had a peanut butter cookie and chocolate chip cookie, and they were really good.
I had an original cruller this morning, and I had.
You know how they make the cookies there? At Dunkin' Donuts, they're already baked and it's trucked in. At Tim Hortons, they're actually already baked. They just actually put the filling in and put the icing on, and the cookies come frozen. They just put them in the oven. That's what they told me.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
But I had an original cruller, which was very soft and very tasty. My love of crafts, good morning to you. Yeah, soon I'll be seeing my dad. Thank you very much. I have pre-recorded enough stuff that I have some things coming up. I have a couple more videos around the, meeting Bella Rose, looking around her home. She does not appear, she's not on the camera, but you can hear her talking. And a wonderful husband. And then I have one of the things on my life bucket list for America was go to Lockport on the Erie Canal and see how they raise the boats up from the equivalent of leveling Lake Ontario to Lake Erie, because Niagara Falls, the height of that shows you the difference between the two lakes. So they're probably like 120 feet difference in the height. So this lock system was very incredible for the early 1800s to build this thing. What were you going to say?
Oh, are you between Baltimore and meeting D-Dubs in Michigan? Are you going to make any content? Put up any content?
I don't think so. I'm going to probably try to see Simon Simple in Western Maryland. It's a nice place, a cute little, very pretty little mountain town out there in Western Maryland, up in the Appalachian Mountains. I hope to be able to stop there and at least have lunch with him before rolling on to back into Detroit. Yeah, I'm seeing Simon. How you doing, Mouse Toes? I want to see him. When he came to Las Vegas, one of the most heartbreaking things for me at Dave's Streaming Houses, I never really got the inkling of how much Simon wanted to meet me, and I think he was kind of disappointed we didn't go choo-chooing in Las Vegas around. So I've always felt like he's one of my favorite people on YouTube, so I want to go back there and spend some time to spend
How
some
long
time.
has he been watching?
Oh, probably about a year, I would guess. And he's one of the coolest people I met out there in Las Vegas. Very unassuming, very fun person. So I'd like to spend some time, kind of make it up to him. Yeah, he is. He's a really nice guy. He's very kind and very supportive. And I felt really guilty when I left Las Vegas that, of course, we had limo gate when I didn't show up for the limousine, but then we had, I heard later Simon was disappointed he didn't get to spend any time. I never really knew he was that, like, I thought it was just cool, and, but he really wanted to meet me. He really likes Missy Jenn and I, so.
Does he have a British accent?
No.
Oh, I thought he...
You weren't to know there was a lot going on. Tim Hortons, Delaware, Indiana. Wow, Maryland has Tim Hortons. How about that? You dress up in your biker clothes. You remember that vest you had? You used to wear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First time I ever met him, he was in a biker vest in Chicago.
I actually want to get the leather biker pants, but they're very hard to find. And I need to get a larger vest because that's kind of small. But I wanted to get all leather outfit. Actually, did you know Elvis? Did you know that Elvis wore an all leather outfit in 1968?
Yeah.
On his NBC comeback?
Yeah, on his comeback. That's where you could see him. That was the big show that came back, and then he went on to Las Vegas and
Right.
sold out every show at the Hilton for years. Nobody ever broke that record since that time. Yeah, he looked good in that leather too, man. He looked good in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how he performed in that, though, with that heat under the lights and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it was kind of unplugged. He was kind of in a round at that comeback show. There were people sitting on all sides of him. So you had two winners and one loser on the food trail here. You had, was it Ted's? Yeah.
Ted's was
hot
great.
dogs.
Oh yeah, I just watched a video of it on YouTube, and
Duff's.
Duff's was great. Yeah, it was great. Duff's and Ted's. They were very.
And had some lousy chicken fingers.
Yeah, I was just late last night, so I'll probably before I leave here, I'll go to Anchor Bar. Or I'll get me a. I guess that's where they created it. So.
Anchor Bar is supposed to be the place that has the reputation of being the originator. And interestingly enough, Bella Rose's aunt was actually one of the three people in the kitchen at the Anchor Bar when that was originated. And she told us the story of how those wings were born at the Anchor Bar.
But you know what I noticed about Buffalo? There is an Italian community.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of good food here in Buffalo. It just would take time for you to really stay here and explore the food scene. I think that there are hidden gems over here.
Yeah, that's what Anchor. There it is, Anchor Bar. Bella Rose
Buffalo,
is in the chat this morning. She says.
I'm just surprised we don't have more people that are watching us from Buffalo. Buffalo's a pretty big city, right? It's not that small,
it's
right?
about the size of Santa Rosa, I think. It's about
Yeah.
the same size as Santa Rosa. Yeah, bye Jimmy Traps. Thank you. So there is Timmy Hortons in Maryland. That's going to be interesting. I'm looking
Did
forward
you
to that.
also, like Rosie, when you had Facebook, did you have more people contacting you as opposed to just email? Like reaching out to you saying, hey, I want to meet you?
No, I really didn't. I got like 0 out of Facebook. I just didn't enjoy Facebook at all. I just closed it out a year ago. Is that Miguel? Hey, Miguel. I still haven't seen it, Miguel. I had very limited data but I will promise you, I will get to that. I will get to that video. There's so many people's videos I've not been able to watch. What a shock to go live at Niagara Falls, when I was finally able to get signal. But my disappointment, well, it actually turned out better. It was recorded content. There was no signal down in the canyon on the river level down. It was too low.
Are you going to eat anything in the Baltimore area that you enjoy?
I might go out for crabs, something like
Crab
that.
cakes?
Crabs, hard crabs, steamed crabs, something like that. I'm not sure. My dad, people say, oh, you should spend more time with my dad. My dad is in assisted living, so there's really not much, too much mobility and stuff he has to get around. So, plus I'm going to be constantly on the road from now on, so it's going to be very easy to pop in and out of there. With the seasons. Let's see. Elvis Live. Does that mean no, it's live? It was last video, then the jackass. I wouldn't put any stock in what this guy says. A few days ago, he said it was his last video. I don't know anything about it. I didn't see that. And you're continuing to make good. You could never have captured. Thank you very much, Ginger. I'm very proud of those 2 videos that I was able to crank out on Niagara Falls. They'll be permanent memory books for me. Especially some of those shots with the rainbow over top of the boat down there at the bottom. It was glorious. Let's see. Hey, how you doing, Joseph Kane? Good morning to you, or should I say good evening to you.
Good morning, Joseph.
Falls were amazing. Thank you for them. Yeah, it was fun to do that.
Do they charge to just go there and stand by the falls and get into the mist? Is that a charge for that?
No, there's quite a few viewing platforms that you can go to.
Okay.
If you saw the video on the American side, they'll take you right down to river level. So the falls is coming right over. People were in the splash zone down there. Yeah, I think over time they'll do pretty good.
So one question I wanted to ask you about Niagara, and you were kind of talking about it. Do you want to tell people what you think about the difference of Niagara Falls from between the American side and the Canadian side? You seem like you were pretty...
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, the Canadian side, of course, is blessed with the spectacular view of the Horseshoe Falls there. And on the American side, they have the American Falls, which is a straight waterfall with Apollo rocks down below it. And nobody's ever gone over American Falls, at least that we know of, and lived, whereas I think 5 people have gone over Niagara Falls in barrels. But the difference, when we crossed over and I made a mistake, it was not the Peace Bridge, it was the Rainbow Bridge. The Peace Bridge is for truck traffic, one of the bridge. We went over the Rainbow Bridge back into New York. And man, when I hit the town of Niagara, wow, I mean, it was like shocked me. The old 6-story hotel, it had a fence around it. It was abandoned. You could kind of tell that they were hurting. That they were kind of hurting on that side over there.
What about the...
Good morning, Glinda. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see.
You want to tell people the difference between the crossing of Port Huron and Rainbow Bridge?
Port Huron coming out of Michigan. I mean, it is a wall of trucks. It is just a wall of trucks. And everybody's moving into a tight little place here. And the border crossing people are all grumpy, man. They're all the exhaust fumes and diesel fumes are around, and these people are just in a bad mood. And if you look at them sideways or you're not smiling, they're pull over, you know, and then they're going through your van and inspecting it. On the Peace Bridge, you can the Rainbow Bridge, you can tell that there's a lot more, you know, touristy traffic, so they're a little lighter going over there, and they seem happy.
They seem happy.
They seem happy.
Yeah.
It's a wide, spacious place. There were only like 3 cars in front of me, I think, when I passed through.
So you would highly recommend passing through the Rainbow Bridge for travelers?
Oh, absolutely. Avoid truck bridges if you can. Port Huron was good because a lot of people, I originally thought I might cross over Windsor.
What are the other 2 crossings that go through Buffalo? You said there's...
I only know the
Peace
Rainbow Bridge, the Peace Bridge. I'm not sure what the third one is. So they're the ones that I...
Somebody asked a question here. Do I want to address the bad things they say about Rosie? No, I don't say bad things about her. I say that I disagree with some of...
Good morning, Catcher.
I disagree with her chooching in hoods. I just don't... It's not my thing.
Hey,
but
Cheryl.
anybody can do whatever they want. There's so many good places to chooch that you really don't have to chooch in bad places, but that's just my opinion. But she enjoys it, and as long as she enjoys it, and she has D-Dub watching her back, if that makes her happy, I'm all for it.
I think different strokes for different folks. Although I'd like to do traditional tourism, I like to do non-traditional. Like, I would have loved to spend time walking around Niagara to see what happened to the city and how it was decaying, you know, and around the old hotel.
On the American side.
Yeah. Next time I'll have a chance to do that next year. Hey, hippie, but one of my goals will be to get to Montreal. I want to see Montreal again. That's my number one goal for Canada next year is Montreal and Toronto again.
Got a question up there.
Where in Canada did you video Detroit's fireworks? I didn't video any of Detroit's fireworks over there. I know nighttime at Niagara Falls they'll light off fireworks and they have a light show up there at nighttime. But it was a lot of hours there that we spent at Niagara Falls. Mark Handler. Oh, you had one job to knock him in the falls and claim it was an accident.
Okay, I got a question for your audience. If you people love to see Rosie chooching in the hood, whether it's the ghetto hood or
You've
whatever,
asked this before.
press the number 69. I just want to know how many people enjoy Rosie's hood chooches that I despise. If you like those hood chooches, press 69. Let's see a 69 on there.
We go.
Let's see a sea of 69s if you love Rosie's hood chooches.
Yeah. 7K, there we go. I think people love them. They're used to that. You've seen non-traditional areas of cities and stuff. And they're colorful.
As
they're
long as your fans like them.
Now, if I have time in Baltimore, I would like to go live at Lexington Market, which is the oldest indoor market in the United States, which is amazing downtown. The Inner Harbor down there, Federal Hill.
What's the culture
I've done
like?
it before, show you where my grandfather was born across the street, raised with Babe Ruth, down on Dover Street down there in downtown Baltimore, the great Babe Ruth. Baltimore on, and show you Fells Point, which is the bar scene, the LGBT area around Baltimore.
Does the high school still exist that you went to?
Oh yeah. My high school is a very renowned high school. Yes, it was.
Is there any culture in Baltimore, like as far as Italian?
Yeah, you got Hamden, you got the John Waters Hairspray and Divine and all that culture.
I don't think you've ever shown it, right?
I've never gone around Hamden too much. Hey, hon, how you doing, hon? You know, that whole culture to Baltimore, hon, and all that. So we'll do maybe do a whirlwind through there. How you doing, Yasmin? Nice to see you. I will say he's been very respectful in meeting Bella Rose and Brad Rose yesterday.
I just want to say to all my fans watching, if you're watching behind there, if you're a fan of Elvis Travels, press
Carlos, how you doing?
1981, and and every person that presses 1981, I'm gonna shout out your name and say Rosie's famous line, "How are you?
How are you?
How are you?"
Yeah, she was really nice. I mean, that was second, having also met Karen up in Toronto, KM. They were good meetups. I mean, he can rise to the occasion when he wants to. It's just he doesn't want to on YouTube, so that's the difference.
But the difference is
it's real life.
The difference is you got people in real life, and then the people on YouTube. The majority of them, we don't know who these people are. They're just watching, and they're not behaving themselves either.
I'm going straight through to Baltimore. I'm going to be dark a couple days here, but I do have some. He's a totally different person. I've always told people that, and I just think if he could bring that persona over to YouTube, but you can't tell people what to. I gave up in January. I took a trip out to Chicago in 2015. Wanderlust Estate had the birdseed conference.
Hold on, let me see what this guy said.
On the birdseed aisle at the Walmart there, that was pretty damn funny.
Vicky,
see.
Yeah, we're all good here. When we get back to our regularly scheduled programming, there'll be some videos coming up over the next couple days, and then yeah, coming out of after my visit from Dad, I hope to be around the area of Baltimore and do some chooching there. And then I've got to make haste for the West. I've got to really fly. So move through there, get out west. I'll probably see Elvis again in Chicago out there. And then it's on to, you know, reuniting, picking up D. I've got to stop in Detroit. I want to see Lady T, and I want to see Andrea W. Then pick up D and on to Chicago. So hey, Cajun Kev, how are you? Yeah, CamperCon 2020, man. What do you think? Huh? Afternoon forever, friend. CamperCon 2020.
You gotta start using your line.
How are you? It's nice to see Cajun Kev in the chat.
Yeah.
I try to acknowledge people. You know, I'm very grateful and I'm honored that people come in positive on my chat. It's not because I kiss their asses, because I like to form a personal relationship. Because if you do that, then you get invitations to meet people like, you know, Michaela's like, oh, you're coming into Omaha, and Mark Handler, let's get together. Man, that is so cool. And then you're going to go to a signature steakhouse, and you're going to have probably the best steak of your life down there, and you're going to meet some really cool people.
It's good, yeah, when you tell people, hey, I'm coming through,
Yeah.
and then they reach out to you, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping I might be able to see Joe Smith down in Baltimore. I will be around, I hope on Monday, around the whole day around the downtown area, maybe a few trips down memory lane and things like that. Go over to Little Italy in Baltimore. Show you where I lived across the street from Nancy Pelosi's family. Her father was the former mayor of Baltimore City. Let's see. Yeah, it's all good. You know, I enjoy it. Mouse Toes, I hope you're doing good today, honey. Oh, Sean had surgeries. I hope you do better, Sean. Withdrawal. Yeah, you'll be ready for me to go live when I pop up live. Jurassic Pork Chop. Woo! Jurassic Pork Chop in the chat. Good morning, Jurassic
Pork Chop, how are you?
Yeah, well, Zoe Small, I think on that Monday morning, I'm going to have a place that I'm going to be downtown if you want to do some chooching around downtown.
Who's that?
I'm going to open up my stream on Federal Hill with Baltimore City skyline in the background.
Is that somebody that wants to meet you?
Yeah, she lives in, Zoe lives
What's
in
her
the
name?
Baltimore area. Zoe Small. And
Zoe,
I have Joe Smith. How you doing, Vinny G?
She's in Baltimore?
Yeah. Oh no, Laura. You're sick. I hope you feel better, honey. So, yeah, you know, I will be down there. When I go live, you'll be able to stream snipe me, whatever you want to do.
Does she have a channel?
I don't know. I just know her in here.
Oh, okay.
People have to tell me if they put up content and stuff like that. So I hope you feel better, Laura. Laura's under the weather.
Hope you feel better, Laura.
Something very dramatic about starting on Federal Hill up there. You have the beautiful skyline of Baltimore behind you and the beautiful inner harbor. You know, Baltimore is one of those cities that's got a jewel of the inner harbor, which used to be rotten. Then it has a really rotten core. It's like a donut. The donut is rotten, kind of all around the outside, and then you get outside of the donut and you get the suburbs up there. And you'll see if I have some time, you'll see some incredible mansions. And
how far is Bel Air, Maryland, from where you live?
About 25 miles north.
Yeah,
20 miles north of Baltimore.
I was telling Rosie
I
I boondocked there on 95 going into New York. So.
I can smell the crab cakes, man. I can smell the crab cakes. I sure can.
Isn't Tess from around there?
Which Tess? The one.
Tess Tiskel.
She's up in Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, appreciate the thumbs up if you're coming in. So then, I'll be picking up D and making my way west. Get to Las Vegas a day or two there, then hightail it to the Rancho. Take 2 weeks and then be on the road again. So.
Are you going to California? Are you going to San Diego?
SoCal swing down through.
By Terra?
LA and San Diego down there. Yeah, going to do some chooching and get some good beach time in San Diego. What's in a crab cake? Crab meat, egg, a little bit of breading, some seasoning. Delicious. A little bit. Some people put a little bit of mustard in it. A little bit of
Tabasco sauce.
yeah,
You put
Tabasco
lemon juice.
sauce,
You put lemon juice.
You do all that. Absolutely delicious. I enjoy eating the hard crabs too. Putting that big craft paper on the table and then dropping a mess of crabs and beer on and chicken and corn on the cob there. It's a real Maryland tradition. Yeah, crab cakes sound weird, but man, are they delicious. That's right. Jurassic Pork Chop knows Maryland crab cakes are also Maryland Eastern Shore fried chicken. Down in Kentucky, they featured Maryland fried chicken, and in Maryland they featured Kentucky fried chicken. Go figure. Eastern Shore of Maryland has an enormous, that's where Purdue Farms is, all the enormous chicken raising operations. No, Dee's not going to be going to the Rancho. No. I think he's going to be working down in Las Vegas. Chicken roader. I'm not sure what that is. How you doing? Is that
How you doing, Jerry K?
Good. You want crab meat or lump? Yeah, they do lump crab cakes. They take the back fin meat. Then eventually, next, I would like to go take people down to the Eastern Shore of Maryland, to crab picking operations, see all the ladies sitting there picking crab meat. They never really developed a mechanical picker that could pull crab meat out of the shells. Down to Smith Island on the lower Chesapeake Bay, St. Michael's, all these cool little places down there.
How's the Asian...
to Ocean City, man. Huh?
Where is Ocean City at?
It's on Maryland's Eastern Shore.
Oh, that's right by the water?
Yeah, it's the end of Route 50.
How's the Asian food scene in Baltimore? Is it good?
So. Don't really have a Chinatown. What's the easiest way to give you my phone number? Just icanmakeitlikenew@gmail.com. It's in the description box down below. Just Gmail me. That's the best way to contact me. And then I can give you a call if you want to meet up. I'm going to be actively chooching probably on Monday morning, so
I smell okay. I don't smell. I take showers every day.
My plan is to start my stream on Federal Hill, take you over to where Babe Ruth was born, in the street my grandfather was born right across the street on Dover Street there. He was born in 1898. They actually played ball together for a couple of years just on the streets before Babe Ruth got shipped out to the Maryland Industrial School for Bad Boys, so for retraining and everything. And it's going to be hot as hell. It's going to be steamy on the streets. And then rolling into the hood, show you some of the famous hoods. But there's a lot of cool things to see. If you're a musician, if you know anything, if you've been musically trained, you'll know Peabody Institute, Johns Hopkins University there, the foremost medical school in the nation. You see the Peabody Conservatory and Mount Vernon Square there. The first Washington Monument was really in Baltimore. So there's going to be a lot of content coming up. If we just get over the hump of the weekend, I want to give my dad maximum time here. So, but he's not going to be. There's not much he can do because he is in an assisted living facility. But I will be seeing him on the regular now that I'm moving full time. All right, take care. Woo! There goes Bella Rose out to the pool. You might have a weed.
Is that the Bella we met?
Yeah, you might have a weed in your garden. Better go grab that, Bella. How about her garden, man? There wasn't a blade of grass at it. First thing Marshall said, look at this grass.
If I had a swimming pool like Bella, I would want like a giant awning over the pool so I don't get roasted by the sun. Do they make something like that, Rosie, where you can put over your pool?
They do.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
You already took care of the gardens, yeah.
It's hot out there today. It's hot. It's going to be hot. Can you feel the heat?
Oh, I do, man. I woke up that sun. Man, I'm in the can here, man.
Oh,
8:30.
Yeah.
I'm 8:30. I'm up, man.
Oh, yeah.
No dog farts time. No quality dog farts time.
That's about my dog fart time. When the morning rises, You know, everything rises about the king. I hope everything.
TMI.
I hope everything rises with you, Rosie.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, you got that early morning.
Early morning.
The early morning, the early morning up in here.
Sing 'em, it's a man's world. It's a man's world, baby.
It's a man's world, and it wouldn't be nothing without Dee and Rosie, choosing with you in the hood.
Oh, shit.
I'm D-dubbed out. I'm D-dubbed out, yeah. Just tired of choosing with Rosie.
So, are you going to disclose your plans for travel, or
Well,
are
I
you going to
think-
stick around? You were going to flip a coin whether you stick around and
I don't
do the
think-
original Anchor Bar.
I'm probably going to do original Anchor Bar, but I think what I'm going to do, should I reveal the my itinerary right now?
That's up to you. I don't know.
Well, I was actually thinking of meeting Rosie up in Detroit and doing a little food trail up there. And you know, and then probably she's gonna head down to D to meet him, and I'll probably meet up with him back in Chicago. But I'm not sure. Me and Rosie will talk about that off the air because I'm trying to see what her itinerary is in Michigan. So we'll see, but that's possibility. But we're for sure gonna hang out in Chicago. We've got to hang out in Chicago.
Well, one of the things I certainly want to do is to, they talk about the Middle Eastern food scene in
Michigan, yeah.
And I don't know enough about the Middle Eastern food, so I want to go there because they tell me it'll knock your socks off.
Oh,
that
yeah,
Middle
yeah.
Eastern food.
See, Rosie, the thing with Rosie is she's so much into Asian food. She's got so much knowledge in it that she really doesn't get into other foods that much. And Michigan is like a
Well,
big
I had the
Middle Eastern.
shawarma.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. The Gadir meat shawarma
Yeah.
was good. So
Michigan is a very large food scene, so
yeah, so I'm looking forward to you're only hoping to get I don't think that's the real Mark
Who's that?
Handler. Let me
Oh,
see
probably a
this
troll?
guy. Yeah,
You can't go to a channel
Mark
on the phone.
Handler. He doesn't talk like that.
Oh,
so,
really?
no.
Nah, it's probably the fake one.
Yeah, it's a fake one. Reviews. So we'll see what happens. That was always my plan to stop in Dearborn and Detroit. I'd like to meet Man up there too. I want to meet Lady T. I want to meet Andrea W. She wants to do some chooching around. Looking forward to that. Let's see. Guido, how you doing today? Nice to see you. So we'll see. Everything is played by ear. Once I leave Maryland, I really need to meet Simon in Western Maryland and say hi to him and pay him courtesy. A bug out bag. I actually do have a bug out bag. Jurassic Pork Chop. I have my Nike bag that I use as a bug out bag. Hey Mika. That and Chinese food for the win. What's going on, Mika?
Hey, Mika Reynolds, how are you?
Videos. Mine is Cajun Kev. I've got some more good videos coming up. You guys are going to enjoy Lockport up here in Buffalo on the Erie Canal. Good content. It's not going to be cinematic, but I think you'll enjoy seeing 1800s technology there. You want to meet me and hubby? I'm not sure. I haven't seen you before, Blue Jeans. Cassidy Hampton, how are you, honey? How are you doing? Nice to see you. My girl Cassie probably enjoying beach time down in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. Yeah, I do taste a lot more food than he gives me credit for. So, yeah. Well, Vinny G. I love Vinny. Anyway, yeah, you're gonna see an amazing little city, Lockport there. So I'm looking forward to bringing that. I've got the Duff's review on the Duff's wings, which were knocked our socks off. They were incredible. The Duff's wings, and also some other content about my thoughts about boondocking, a boondocker's best friend, and all that. So with we've got about 5 minutes to go and bring us up to about an hour. If you haven't seen it, please look at the Niagara Falls one that I put up yesterday. I have 2 set pieces on Niagara Falls, the boat ride and the falls itself, 2 different cinematic experiences. I think go to Niagara Falls. My best piece of advice is to do both. Of course, you're going to do the viewing of the falls, but number 2, take the time to go get on the boat. It's $21 US. It's worth it. If you're on the American side, you can go on the Maid of the Mist. If you're on the Canadian side, you can go on the Hornblower. Put your slicker on, go out there. Those boat pilots like to take it right up to the falls there, and you just have that real experience of the pounding, the noise. It's something that you got to do. Emos Kaba. I don't speak Farsi on there. Sabina Nina.
What is like the noise of the falls, or how is it like Phil B down there on the boat?
Roaring, man.
Really?
That thing's putting out waves down there.
Waves.
That boat is bouncing down there.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you, Vicky. So I wanted to have 2 really. Oh, you're in Michigan. Okay, Blue Jeans. Well, if you're going to be in Detroit, I'm not going to go up to UP.
Who's Blue Jean?
She's a gal that says she lives in Michigan. So
Oh.
Vinny. I'm looking forward to anybody that wants to meet. That would be great. You know, I've not had a, knock on wood, I've not had a bad meetup yet, which has been phenomenal. Okay, see, I did get your message, honey. I will let you know if we're going to probably route through Oklahoma City to get back down to the west. Yeah, Zoe, if you're, I know you're in the Baltimore area. If you want to meet, I can't really come to you, but if you come to me, that'll be good. Like I say, if I'm chooching on Monday, I'm going to be starting my, I love Myrtle Beach. I've been there before. If I come to, when I start, I'll be starting on Federal Hill because that's the most dramatic opening shot of the city of Baltimore.
One thing I
Right
want to
there.
say real quick, I just want to point this out. After meeting Bella Rose, and we met Karen KM in Michigan, I met Bella Rose's husband.
Brad Rose, yeah.
Yeah, this is 3 people that I met that kind of follow and watch Rosie, and I had a very good experience with them. And it just shows you people that
Because you're not the real Mark Handler. Mark Handler never says the
yeah,
things that you say.
it just shows you people out there, people like Jordan
How you
Blue.
doing, Jordan Blue?
That comes on here and hates, that there's people that watch Rosie that are willing to meet me and hang out with me and socialize with me in real life. And I'm glad I was able to accomplish that. To meet these people, they were great people, they were cool people. And
Ooh, there you go, Blue Jeans.
so there's people that watch Rosie that watch me. And this is 3 people that proved it. So not everybody's a troll. Like people want to make out everybody to be a troll, and that's not true. And people that watch Rosie are not all trolls. Some of them watch me too. So that's.
Yeah, I do wish he'd gone on the boat. I think he would have really enjoyed that. But like I say, some people panicked on the boat. They started trying to run for the back, and they're actually literally trying to crawl over people from the front to get to the back. I think they thought that they were going to ram into the falls underneath.
I think what I liked about Niagara Falls was a touristy feel. It felt like you were in Key West. It had a very touristy feel, so it was pretty cool environment to be in and stuff. And right when you cross over Buffalo, you know that you're in a hard-working town.
Yeah.
It changes, boom, right away.
Yeah. So we got the final minute. I want to say thank you to all of you. We'll have some content coming up. I will not be going live again until probably Sunday or probably Monday morning. I will be live again. I want to thank you guys for your patronage. It's because of you that YouTube is fun for me. And once again, as I leave the Buffalo area, thank you to Bella Rose and Brad Rose for their hospitality. Thank you to KM, Karen up in Toronto. met some incredible people. Please make sure that you check out the 2 Niagara Falls set videos, the boat experience, and also the falls, the whole totality of the falls. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being along. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy the time with my dad. Thank you guys for your understanding. Weeks of chooching still to come, so make sure that you are around. Thank you, everybody. Woo!